Can I see your ID? You know, you probably already noticed. Hey, what in the world? Why you always go in the woods somewhere? What are you hiding from somebody? What do you got some espionage going on around here? Spying on somebody? No. I want to talk to you guys again about our kingdom identity and purpose and why that is so important, why that is so vital for all of us. You know, I want to kind of break it down for you this way that, and hear me out, hear me out. I don't want the, you know, what I want to say right now to be taken out of context. One of the main reasons, and again, this is my through personal observation and belief, that one of the main reasons for people suffering through depression is because they haven't discovered or understood their purpose in life. Why is it that a lot of times, you know, we see people just, you know, ending their life? Sure, I understand that there's some, you know, mental reasons, so on and so forth, but I just want you to understand me from the perspective of when I'm talking about us as God's children, or should I say as God's creation, that He created us. He created us for purpose, to live a life on purpose. So one of the reasons for suicides, for depression, for people just to living very foolish lifestyles, destructive lifestyles, where they're actually hurting themselves, where they're going to prison, committing crime, murdering others, and just doing so many other evil and foolish things. One of the reasons for that is because they haven't discovered or understood that they have a purpose upon this life. They haven't discovered that their identity is in God, who is their creator. Their identity is not in this world. Their identity is not through, obviously, the serpent, Satan himself, who's always seeking like a lion, looking whom he may devour and kill. So today, guys, I wanted to talk to you about an interesting individual, an interesting character. I actually wrote a book called Can I See Your ID, where I outline different biblical characters, and there's two of these particular individuals. One of them is the woman at the well. That's from the New Testament. We still to this day don't know her name. But in the Old Testament, there's another nameless individual, and the Bible describes her as the young Jewish girl. She was actually taken into captivity by the Syrian army, who she ended up going to one of the generals or captains, whoever he was, he by the name of Naaman. She served at his house, and because she was obviously taken into captivity. And what's so interesting is she noticed that this teenager girl, the Bible doesn't specify, but we understood that she was young, most likely a teenager, that she realized or understood that her master, Naaman, her captor, he had leprosy. And she had the boldness, even in her current situation, to say, hey, you know what, Naaman? If you're to go back to my people, there's a prophet there. He'll pray for you, and you're going to get healed. You're going to totally, fully get recovered and things of that nature. So can you imagine? The thought that I want to actually share here is, here you have a nameless individual, but this nameless person, or this nameless teenage girl, she became very famous and very influential. And what eventually happened was he listened to her, surprisingly. He went, the prophet told him, you know, go dip yourself 7 times, and after you come out of the 7th time, you'll be healed. And that's exactly what happened. So the thought I want to share is this, that, we have a lot of people in the world and society that are looking for fame. They're looking to be recognized. They're looking to be discovered. Hey, look at me. They're trying to build their own name, their own reputation. But when it comes to us as God's children, we don't need to do that. In other words, and I'm not talking about nobody knowing your personal name. I'm talking about that we need to understand that we stand before God. And just like this nameless Jewish girl did a phenomenal act of boldness by speaking to her captor, I want to likewise challenge you that God has given us so much potential. God has given us so many kingdom tools, so many skills, so many abilities that we can actually put to action, whatever it may be. It may be through words, it could be through our hands, through our feet, through our skills, through our abilities. It doesn't matter. And you'll be surprised how powerfully God can use you, and God wants to use you, and God will use you. And the thing is, we should not limit Him. And at the same time, it doesn't matter if nobody learns about us. It doesn't matter if nobody knows about us. I know quite a few people that God has used them and continues to use them in a powerful way. But if I was to mention their names to other people, they're like, I don't know who he is. I'm like, are you kidding me? I know of one particular person that, has served so many different people in such a profound way that if I start naming those people he connected with, prayed over, prophesied over, and etc., you'd be surprised. But most Christian folks, don't know about this person. So I want to encourage you with this thought that do not allow the devil, the enemy of our soul, to come to steal, to kill, and to destroy, and by letting you know that you have no purpose. No, you do have a purpose in life. You were born on purpose. There's a reason why God allowed you to come into this world, into this time, into the geographical location we live, so on and so forth, because God has a plan for you. And as much as this teenage girl who was in captivity, and it might have seemed like, hey, God, I'm in a very horrible situation. Don't talk to me. Don't use me. I don't want to be a blessing to anybody. You know what I mean? I'm just angry, mad at you, God, because I'm in this situation. No, she didn't do this. She said, Lord, if this is where I am right now in my life, no problem. Still use me. And God used her in a very powerful way to be a blessing to somebody like Naaman. So God wants to use you in a powerful way to be a blessing to others. All right, until next time, my friend.